Welcome to the EdibleSpirit YouTube channel. This is a new venture that we're trying out with the intent to offer weekly readings, weekly guidance, but from a slightly different approach, from an EdibleSpirit approach. The way we're going to approach is actually through the elements, the 5 classical elements, which you may have heard of before. You see them all the time in various combinations, but especially in the tarot and in astrology. The elements are earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And in classical astrology, all of the signs can be divided into those elements. So while these aren't actually going to be astrological readings, they will be grouped and organized according to the element of your sun sign. So that means for fire signs, that is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For water signs, it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. For air signs, that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And for earth signs, it's Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And then we'll offer the 5th reading, which is the 5th element of ether, which is thought to be the space that contains all of these other 4 elements of earth, air, water, and fire. And, you can think about the elements in a bunch of different ways. You can think of them as the things that we know ourselves. The earth is dirt, and the air is the wind, and fire being fire, and water being water. But you can also use them as sort of portals or doorways to deeper understanding about various forces in your life. So the simplest way of understanding it is that earth is associated with your physical body and your physical experience. Water is associated with your emotional body and your emotional experience. Air is associated with the mind, your mental body and mental experience. And the fire is associated with your spiritual body and spiritual experience. Ether is, to me, feels like the most spiritual of all of them, but it's actually the element which is contained within, that contains all of these other elements, but is also within and permeating in between all of these elements. So for the purposes of these readings, I'm going to give you the ether reading first, which will be sort of like the spirit of the moment. And the spirit of the space that we're in, and then I'll go through the other elements, air, fire, water, and earth, in that order. And the goal, the intention behind these readings is to offer you guidance at the beginning of the week to work with your primary element. So again, like these aren't astrological readings, but everyone who has an earth sign has a primary element of earth within them. So the readings will be speaking to how to best kind of nurture and care for your earth element throughout the week within the context of that ether element, the spirit that sort of defines this whole moment for us. And then to be clear, at least initially, I'm going to be doing these as channeled readings that will just be the way that I like to work the best, where I show up for you, I offer whatever I have to offer from the sources that I use, and you take it and do with it what you will. So I'm very excited to be offering this to you and to all of you. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.